Hi class. Today we're going to start with Unit 3, Day 1 warm-up. So what I've done is I have taken a multiple choice question that usually appears on the Regents. And usually there's just one picture and then the four choices, which are A, B, C, and D. And I've just kind of spread out one multiple choice question to be on the entire front of this warm-up. So the directions say, using the diagram below, pick the choice that would not prove triangle MNO is congruent to triangle PMO. So again, this is just one multiple choice question, and here's the four choices. So you have a set of givens, and our job is to pick which one of the four choices would not prove that these two triangles are congruent to each other. So all I've done again is I've spread it out along a whole front sheet of paper, and I've copied the same diagram 4 times so that we can put the markings in the picture. So the ones that are ways to prove triangles are congruent, I left space so that you could write the reason. And then again, remember, 3 out of 4 will have reasons and 1 will not. And that one is the answer to the multiple choice question. So I'm going to do A with you. So we are given line segment MN is perpendicular to line segment NO. Now, from your purple sheets, you should know that if there's perpendicular, there's 2 congruent right angles. So there's perpendicular segments here at MN and ON, so I know there's a right angle right here at angle N. And then we have another given that line segment MP is perpendicular to line segment PO, so I know there's another right angle there. All right, next given, line segment MN is congruent to line segment MP, so I'm putting those markings in. Now again, our goal is to have 3 congruent markings on one triangle and 3 congruent matching markings on the other triangle. Right now, I only have 2 per triangle. So that tells us it either has to be reflexive property, a segment's congruent to itself, or vertical angles are congruent. It's got to be one of those 2 things happening. So in this picture, the triangles are back to back. So that is going to be our missing piece of information. So I'm going to go ahead and put that reflexive property in the other 3 pictures because I know I'm going to need them. All right, so now if I focus in on one triangle, I have 2 sides and an angle, but this reads angle, side, side, which is not a way to make triangles congruent unless it is a right triangle. It is, so yes, these triangles are congruent, and it's by hypotenuse leg. All right, so I know A is not the answer to the multiple choice question, because we wanted to pick the choice that would not prove the triangles are congruent. So pause the video, and I want you to do B, C, and D. Put all the markings in, and if it reads like one of the 5 ways to prove triangles are congruent, these are the 5 ways, then the answer is yes, and you write that way. And if it's not working, if the markings are not one of these, then the answer is no. Okay, so go ahead and pause the video and finish B, C, and D. All right, coming back, here is now the answers. So B turned out to be yes by angle, angle, side. Choice C turned out to be no, because if you read the markings, it reads like angle, side, side, but it is not a right triangle, so we cannot use hypotenuse leg. And then the last one is side, angle, side. All right, so there's another problem on the back. Same thing. I'm going to do part A with you, and then you are going to do the other 3 choices. So part A says line segment PR and line segment TS bisect each other. Now, we are bisecting a segment. Remember on our sheet, there's 2 kinds of bisectors. You can be doing an angle bisector or a segment bisector. This one is a segment bisector. There's 2 congruent segments. But remember I talked about one of these is the bisector, and the other one is getting bisected. One of them's the knife, the other one's the butter. In this case, they are cutting each other into halves. So line segment PR is bisecting line segment TS. So I know there's got to be two congruent segments on line segment TS. And now line segment TS is now bisecting line segment PR. So I know there's two congruent segments on line segment PR. That's what happens if they bisect each other. Now, I'm out of givens, and I only have 2 markings on each. So again, it either has to be reflexive property, they share a segment, or there's got to be vertical angles in the picture. In this diagram, there are vertical angles. So go ahead in your other 3 drawings, that's going to be your missing piece in all 3, is that vertical angles are congruent. So I'm going to put all those markings in now. Now go back, I have 3 congruent markings, so read them. These triangles, yes, are congruent by side angle side. So go ahead, pause the video, finish the rest, and then come back and check your answers. Here's the answers to the back. B turned out to be angle, 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 which is not a way to prove triangles are congruent. So from that given, if you have parallel lines cut by a transversal, remember you can look for the Z. There's a Z this way, so you can get your alternate interior angles congruent. And there was another Z. The Z goes this way, so you can get the corners of the blue Z congruent also. All right, C was yes by angle, angle, side. D was yes by angle, side, angle. All right, nice job. Next thing to do is to get out your Unit 3, Day 1 practice packet. It looks like this. That's the next thing. So this video is going to end, and then you can start on the next video. Bye.